Hello everyone and welcome to EduTab. So guys, in this series for RBI, SEBI and NABARD Grade A Phase 1, so we are starting with a very important topic which is subject-verb agreement for the English section. See guys, this is a very lesser known topic because this was never taught to us when we were in school, and that is why a lot of questions are formed on this topic. So we'll start with the practice questions on this topic and we'll see how we go along. So let's begin the session guys, but before we begin I would like to inform you that you can join a Telegram channel, the link for which has been given in the description of the video, to find the PDFs of these sessions for free, and subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you do not miss on any important videos or any updates. So let's begin guys. Let's start with the topic subject verb agreement. So what does subject verb agreement entails? It basically says if there's a simple rule. There is a basic rule that we have been taught to follow, but there are certain lesser known rules that basically are given in the exam. So the basic rule is, if the subject of a sentence is singular, the verb should also be mandatorily kept singular. And if the subject of a sentence is plural, the verb has also to be kept plural. So that is what you need to remember guys. That is the basic rule of this topic, but there are certain exceptions, there are certain rules, certain concepts that you need to understand and take care so that you do not make those mistakes in the exams. So let's start with some practice questions guys. I hope you have seen the videos in our courses and you've followed all the rules, all the concepts very carefully. So let's try to solve a few questions and let's see what we can learn as we go along. So here are the questions for you. These are some practice questions on the basis of the pattern of the exam. So these are error detection questions, and let's see if we are able to find the errors in these sessions, in these questions. So question number 1, educated Indians as well as politicians by and large appears to be well aware of, though not necessarily well versed with, certain provisions of the Constitution. So see, we know we are looking at subject verb agreement, but there are certain rules that we need to follow. See, there are two nouns, Indians, educated Indians, as well as politicians, but both the nouns are connected with as well as. So as well as is not a primary conjunction. I mean, it does not create it does not create two subjects. So in this sentence, the only subject is Indians, and politicians is not the subject guys. That's what we need to remember. And Indians being plural, we have to keep the verb plural. So it should not be appears. A plural noun takes a plural verb, so it should be appear. So educated Indians as well as politicians by and large appear to be well aware of, though not necessarily well versed with, certain provisions of the Constitution. Second question guys, the reported observations of the Honorable Court during the hearing show that the actions of the state of Haryana was in clear violation of the directions. So let's look at the subject. The first clause, the reported observations is plural, so this is the subject here. I will mark all the subjects for you in this session so that it becomes easy for you to identify. So you should know what a subject is. Subject is not the doer of the action. That's what we have been usually taught. Subject is not the doer of the action. Subject is the owner of the sentence for which a sentence has been formed, right? So this sentence, this clause was formed for observation. The reported observations of the honorable court during the hearing show. So this is absolutely correct. But in the next clause, that the actions of the state of Haryana, that the actions, so we are talking about plural now. So in the second clause, this is the subject. The actions of the state of Haryana was. This is wrong. It should be plural. It should be were. So it should be that the actions of the state of Haryana were in clear violations of the directions. So you will see such type of questions in the exam. So be very careful with your subject verb agreement guys. Next, let's look at the next question. The new goods and services tax will be applicable on any non-monetary fringe benefit an employee get from his employer. So see, in the first clause, the GST tax, this is the subject, will be applicable. This is the verb. That's absolutely correct. But in the next clause, that applicable on any non-monetary fringe benefit, an employee, the employee is singular, so it should be gets. So the new GST tax will be applicable on any non-monetary fringe benefit an employee gets from his employer. So that is the correct answer here, guys. Next question. TRAI today started consultation process for the next round of spectrum auction that include radio waves for 5G services and frequencies. So TRAI is Telecom Regulatory Authority of India. Today started consultation process for the next round of spectrum auction that include, now we are talking about auction, right? That include or includes. So it should be includes, because auction is singular. So this is the subject for the second clause. So the TRAI started consultation process for the next round of spectrum auction that includes radio waves for 5G services and frequencies. Next question, guys. The SFIO, a multidisciplinary specialty authority, comprise officials from the Police Enforcement Directorate, bank official on deputation, and income tax personnel. So the SFIO, a multidisciplinary specialty authority, right? So this is the subject, SFIO. So it should not be comprise, it should be comprises. So that is the error here, guys. So subject is singular, we have to keep the verb also singular. Moving ahead, guys, question number 6. At least more than one soldier were seen being evacuated from the scene, which was sealed off by security forces. So you will see such questions in the exams and you have to solve them, guys. So at least more than one soldier were seen, or more than one soldier was seen. So guys, logically you may feel more than one means plural, but no, subject is soldier and that is to be followed here. So soldier singular, so the verb also has to be kept singular. At least more than one soldier was seen being evacuated from the scene, which was sealed off by security forces. Next question, guys. Heavy rain bands was expected to move in over the Houston area overnight, which will continue the catastrophes and life-threatening flash flood emergency. So it's a very simple question. Heavy rain bands. So the subject is bands here. The heavy rain bands was expected or were expected. So bands being plural, it should be were expected to move in. Next question, guys. 3 Wipro employee was among 8 Indians and British Indians killed in a deadly accident on a highway in southern England. It should be employees. 3 Wipro employees. So that's misprinted, guys. And the correct verb here should be not was, it should be were again. 3 Wipro employees were among 8 Indians and British Indians killed in a deadly accident on a highway in southern England. Moving on to the next question, guys. Question number 9. Earlier, India announced that both sides maintained diplomatic communication, and during these exchanges, New Delhi were able to express its views and convey its concerns and interests. Earlier, India announced that both sides maintained, should be, this is misprinting, both sides maintained diplomatic communication, and during these exchanges New Delhi were able or was able, New Delhi was able to express its views and convey its concerns and interests. So it should be was at place of were. Next question, guys. In recent weeks, India and China has maintained diplomatic communication in respect of incident at Doklam. So guys, and is basically the only conjunction which can make two nouns subject. So in this sentence, in this question, there are two subjects, India and China is also the subject here. So both the nouns are subject, so it should be plural, so the verb should be have. So in recent weeks, India and China have maintained diplomatic communication in respect of incident at Doklam. Moving ahead, guys, next question. Question number 11. Not only the passenger have been severely affected, leaving over 8,000 commuters stranded, but ongoing controversy has also taken its toll on valuable rail property. So not only the passenger have been, or the passengers have been. So it should be passengers. So see, leaving over 8,000 commuters. When we are talking about plural noun, we can also change the subject. So not only the passengers have been severely affected, leaving over 8,000 commuters stranded, but ongoing controversy has also taken its toll on valuable rail property. So it should be passengers, not passenger. Question number 12, guys. The committee were set up in May last year, but then by the then Defense Minister Manohar Parrikar. So the committee was set up or was set up? The committee was set up in May last year by the then Defense Minister Manohar Parrikar. Committee being a singular noun. So the subject was committee, which was singular. So the verb has also to be kept singular. Next question, guys. The DNA samples of 8 persons collected initially by the police has not matched with the forensics evidence of culprits gathered from the crime scene. The DNA samples of 8 persons collected, 8 persons is the subject here, which is definitely obviously plural. So the DNA, but the subject here is the DNA samples. So guys, 8 persons is not the subject. I'm sorry, I marked it wrong. So the subject here is the DNA samples of 8 persons collected initially by the police has not matched or have not matched. If you're talking about samples, it has to be plural. So the correct verb here should be have. Next question, guys. The case may put the government in an awkward position if the CBI succeed in exposing the alleged conspirators. So the case may put the government in an awkward position if the CBI not succeed, it should be succeeds. Guys, CBI is a singular noun. So for a singular noun, for a singular subject, we have to keep the verb singular. So if the CBI succeeds in exposing the alleged conspirators, that is the correct answer. And last question for this session, guys. The High Court's observations show that the action of the government were in clear violation of its directions. So let's see, let's read again. The High Court's observations. Observations is plural, and show, that is absolutely correct here because this is plural. The High Court's observations show that the action of the government were in clear or was. The action of the government was. The subject here is not the government. The subject here is action. That this action of the government was in clear violation of its directions. So guys, I hope you've understood what type of questions and what type of level of questions you may face in this exam. So guys, you should be ready for these sessions. You should be ready with such concepts so that you can build up on your you can focus on your preparation and you can confidently walk into the exam room. So guys, that was it for this session. We will continue such sessions every week on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5 p.m. in the evening. So do subscribe to our channel, do click on the bell icon so that you do not miss on any of the sessions. And if you want the PDF of these sessions for free, you can join our Telegram channel, the link for which has been given in the description of the video, guys. And guys, before we leave, I would like to inform you that you can contact us for any query for our courses or any such queries, so that you don't need to run from pillar to post. For every little thing, you can contact us for our for any query, any doubts, and we'll be more than happy to help you out. You can call us on this number 8146207241 during the office hours, or you can also drop us an email at hello@edutap.co.in. And if you wish to surf through our courses, this is our website, guys, www.edutap.co.in, and the link to direct access to our courses has also been given in the description of the video. So do check them out. Go visit our website and you'll see a very systematically designed courses for your preparation for RBI, SEBI, NABARD. So thank you so much for joining in, guys. Keep up the good work. Stay safe, stay healthy, and keep on working hard.